One of the most difficult hurdles in my life right now is trying to move on from the things that I know aren't good for me. One major thing that I find myself battling internally, often, all the time now, is the ability to forgive myself, the ability to move past who I was and what I've done every single day, not by choice, but by the thoughts I have or the way I feel. I ask myself in my mind, am I a good or bad person? And I'm well aware it's never that simple. I don't believe that I'm good or bad. I just believe that I am human. I've been struggling quite often lately with forgiveness, mistakes that I've made years ago, hurdles that I'm trying to overcome to become better as a person, to continue to grow in this world, to continue to move past the mistakes that I did make, to truly live authentically in the new version of myself that I've been working so tirelessly on. This new and reformed version of myself. My point in making this video is to jot this down this morning, to use my digital diary to give it a purpose, to give my thoughts a purpose. Hopefully my thoughts can somehow relate to your thoughts and give you comfort in the madness that may be your life right now. There are so many things that we each do every day of our lives, and it makes us question whether or not we deserve what we have. We deserve to even have another shot at life. We deserve this, that, and the third. I do it every day to myself. And then one of the hardest parts about trying to grow and get better as a person is also trying to let go of things that are still around in your life that were consistent in your most toxic parts of life, that bring you discomfort now as you start to see the world differently, as you start to feel differently. But you have a connection to these things in a way that only you understand, and nobody else will understand where you're coming from. I know right now in my life there are people and there are things that I have to let go of, that I have to do better at putting myself first, but it is indeed challenging for sure. When I made the conscious decision to get sober from alcohol because of the guilt and the depression and the constant agony I was feeling every day, when I made that conscious choice to better my life, I knew it wasn't going to be easy. It's crazy for me to have those moments to sit back and think now about just how fast time is flying. And I'm very appreciative, and I'm blessed, and I'm grateful for what I've received, for the time I have sober, the time I have to continue to grow. I'm beyond blessed. I'm grateful. This November, I will be 2 years sober from alcohol, because that was my greatest enemy. That was my demon. It was the poison of my life. And I'm so grateful that I have the opportunity to say that I'm growing and I'm learning every day of my life. But there's a part of me that continues to cling and hold on to these thoughts, these ideas, these people, these places, these things in my mind that I just have grown so accustomed to. When I got sober and I tried to better my life, I already had got so used to the lifestyle I lived my whole life, I got used to, putting other people first all the time. Not to say that I won't go out of my way for other people now, because I love to. But I made it a habit to consistently drain myself, my own well-being, to be there for everybody who wasn't there for me. My idea this morning is that maybe if I record this, and maybe if I, can look back on this someday, when I'm really deep in the shit and I'm struggling. And I can remember how broad my ideas and my thoughts are, and that I'm 100% capable and self-aware of what I need to change, of what I need to do to continue to grow and be better in this life that I try so hard to grow in. These are just early morning thoughts, but I know sometimes when we first wake up or get up, start a new day, that is when our mind can be the heaviest. That is when our mind can weigh on us the most. I want to leave you with this morning and tell you that if you have any stressors on your mind, if you're depressed, if you're feeling any strain over your life today, I tell you that you're not alone. I tell you that you serve a great purpose here, and nothing's going to happen overnight. I have to constantly remind myself of that as well. So help me, help you, help myself, help all of us remember that you're not a bad person for the things that you've done in your past. You're not a bad person for tripping and making mistakes and learning and wanting to learn and doing better and messing up again. It's part of life. I think that's what I have to continue to drill into my own skull, my own brain, to remember that I am still a human being. And while, yes, I do love to do good and I love to help people and I love to live this life, mistakes are going to happen. I'm going to mess up. I'm gonna hurt people unintentionally, emotionally. But as long as I have time to make these things right for myself, for others, for just the love I have, then we still have a fighting shot at any and everything. When I get in my own head, it can get very confusing. And I know a lot of people can relate to that. So today, with you, I want to take this moment to just stop, pause in the morning. And let us start our day with a positive outlook, no matter what today is going to bring us. I think that's a perfect way to start any day, any stress, any obstacle we feel like we have to overcome throughout the day. I love you. I'll be checking in soon.